to another edition of Craps Down Under. Now today I'm going to do my 568 again, just going to run through it. Let's see how it plays out. I've done it a couple of times, but I just want to kind of demonstrate it again and see if we're just lucky or not, as the case may be. So I've got 100, 120. That's what we pay the dealer. We'll get back $1 in change because it's 119 in action. We'll go up. We'll get 42 on the 6 and 8 and 35 on the 5. There's a 42, there's our 35, we're all set. I'm just going to put 10 bucks in the field. Let's get some dice. Again, it's a $600 bankroll if I wasn't clear about that. We are on. Just to be clear, we're always on. Now we don't have to track the point. I'll try and track the point, but it's not actually relevant to this. But I'll just try and track the point for the purposes of changing over the dice when a shooter 7's out. What else do we need to know? Yeah, I actually think you probably need double the bankroll that I've got here, because you really want to survive 10 shooters. So your actual exposure is 130. So to survive 10 shooters, you kind of need 1,300 or 1,200 or at least 1,000, I think. But and that's to allow you to, if you don't have a good run straight away, you've got enough in your bankroll to survive to at least hopefully get a decent run. So that's the kind of reasoning behind 10 shooters. It'll give you enough time to sort of hang in there to hopefully see a favourable dice run. And we've got a yo, so that's a winner in the field. Now I'm just going to parlay that up. So we've got 20 bucks there now. And we've got an 8, so the point's going to be 8. So the field loses. We need to hand the dealer $2 and get 3 back. I'll pop that there and I'll put $1 back in. So just so you can see the payout, if you haven't watched my previous videos, that's our extra $1 because this pays 50 for 1, but we're adding an extra $1 because we need that to make our bet work properly. So there's a 50 that we got paid out, a 50 for 1, plus the extra $1 here as well. So there we go. This will all work out nicely. There's our perfect payout. Always up to another green chip. So I won't do that again, I just wanted to explain it if you haven't had a chance to watch my other videos. That's how we get to 60, 60, 50 in one hit. Now, because we've lost the field, I'll stay out of the field because we might get a run on this. If I see another field, I'll hop in. Once I get to the $100 level, I'll probably speculate on the field most rolls, just because the payout's so good. And we've got plenty to put a speculative bet in the field on. So hopefully we get to that level. And we've got an 8, 6, 2, 8. So that's encouraging. Hope this continues. So we're going to get paid our $70. And we need to hand the dealer 15 here. And we need to press up to $90. And you'll see that becomes a green. All good. And point comes off because we hit the point. So we're on a come out, but we are working. And we've had a yo. So we weren't on the field, but maybe we'll take that as a signal that maybe we should be on the field. And we've got a 4. So that wins. Just parlay it. And 7. So that's the last thing we want to see, because we haven't had a chance to collect. So we're just looking to get one more hit and we would have been collecting $105. So, but we didn't get there. That's a bit disappointing. And honestly, we don't want too many of those. But it is going to happen. And that's why you do need to have enough bankroll to hang in there. I'll hand that and get back to 6 this time. In the field, stack it up, we're working. Another shooter, I've got some new dice. I'll put that there so you can see it a bit better. Alright. 9. Now actually that probably wasn't a shooter because that was a come out roll, so I'm sorry. It's still the same shooter. But 9 wins in the field. We are on a come out roll, so that 7 on the come out roll was fine. So now 9 is the point, and it's the same shooter, and we've parlayed a bet. We're just hoping we can get some hits in here, and we've got a yo. So that's nice. We get another hit on that. Now we can drop it down. Drop it down a unit, maybe take half of it back, we'll leave 15 with 15 on it. And another 7. Those 7s have certainly cost us a little bit. That's $240 out of those 2 7s have cost us because we haven't had really any decent hits. We haven't got up to the $100 level yet, because the shooters just haven't been able to hit these numbers 3 times. We're just wanting 3 hits here, that's all we're asking. We're not really asking for much. And then you're getting $100 chips. But if you get a run of shooters, you are going to pay the price, which we are paying. Right, there's 120, get one back. Let's get ourselves set up. There, 2 there, and the caps. And we're on. Now I'm going to change dice and put 10 in the field. Right, shooter coming out, and we've got 5. Get that out of there. 4 and 5. So losing a $10, what I call it, a taster, or it's a feeler bet. We're just putting a feeler out there, and if we get one, then we'll parlay it, and then we'll see where it takes us. So this one again, it's 50 for 1, but we need to hand 2 because we want to do the press. Let's get all this worked out. Don't need the lamina. Alright, and now that we've had a field hit, a box hit, I'll stay out of the field for a little bit. Now we've had a 6, 516. So this is where we get paid 70. We do have to hand the dealer 15 out of our pocket, and we're taking it up to the $90 level on the 6 and 8, and the 75 on the 5. Alright, that's that. Where we get our 75 from? Our 25 from to the 5. So that's a 75, 90, 90. Now here we are, we're asking for 1 hit, so we can at least collect some and get back some of our bankroll that's been toasted with the 7. and we've had a 6, so that's a hit. So we're thankful for that. So I will just collect, and I'll probably collect at least 2 to 3 times, probably 3 times before I even consider pressing, because I want to, you know, get something back in my bankroll, pay for all my bets, get something substantial back in my bankroll before I'm putting more at risk. Okay. And there's a yo, so maybe we'll take that as an idea. We'll go in the field, and we'll put 10 in the field. And we've had a 6. That's another 105. But we lose this. So maybe I'll put 10 in again. And there's an 8. So, but we get 105. So now we've had 3 hits. We could think about pressing. I'm going to go for the 4th before I press. I think that's feels more comfortable to me. And there's a 5. So I lose it here. Right, so now we can think about a press. And we could press 30 bucks if you want, or we could, yeah, let's do 30. 30, 25. So we'll get that. Take that one back. So each of these we will press up and press that up. And this will wrap those back in the rack. And let's put 10 in the field again. And we've got 549. That's a winner in the field. That's not a big winner, but it's a winner. I will just parlay it up. And we've got a yo. So that's 20. Right, I'm just going to parlay it because there's only 10 bucks out of our bankroll. And there's a 4. So I think 2, 10, 20, 30, 40. So 140 bucks. I'll pay it out like this. Right. So maybe I'll take 40 back, put it in the rack, and let 40 ride. And we've got a 9. There's another 40. Hoping we get one of these big hits on here. Let's press it up 10. Rack some. Now, you can also take this all back down. There's a fair bit of cash sitting up here. You know, you've got literally 120, that's 240 plus 100. So you've got 340 bucks up here. You can certainly take this back in your rack. We can do that. Let's just say we do that. Right, maybe we do that. Take it all back down, lock it up. We can now start at a lower level again, go back down to our original level. Right. That's 125, we'll get back 6. There's nothing wrong to do that. Sorry, not like that. 1, 2, 3. And these are the things to think about, you know. Yeah, the roll could go on for long, but if we get another couple of hits, we'll be back up at the $100 level, but we've actually locked up profit. Okay. So we're still waiting to get yeah, we've still got our field's still working. What do we got here? We've got fair bit sitting in the field there. Let's see how we go. And there's a 6, so we lose the field. But we're going to get 50 and pay 2. So yeah, don't ever worry about regressing. It's not a bad idea. All right. So I'll stay out of the field now. And we've got a 4. So that was a field number, maybe I'll put 10 in. Let's see. Maybe we'll get a run, maybe we won't. There's a 10, that pays 20. Just hope we get 3 in a row. And there's another 10. So, got 20, we can stick that in our rack and let it ride. And there's a 5, so that didn't roll, but that's okay. We're going to get paid. That's going to get paid 70, and we'll hand the dealer 15. And these will all go up, and up to the $90 level. And 75 on the 5. Alright, so now we'll collect black chips if the hand continues. And we've got an 8. So black chip. And another black chip. Going to keep collecting. There's a yo. Let's go back in the field. Maybe we'll put, maybe get a bit bigger, put a 30 in there. And there's another yo. So that was a nice win. Maybe we only collect the 25, push it up. 35. There's a 5. Not there was a 5. So we lose that. But we get paid 105. And puck comes off. Maybe I'll, because it's a come out roll, maybe we'll put 15 in the field. And no, we've got an 8. But again, remember these are all working, we're always working, and I should have had the puck on, the laminar on there, but that's how we play the strategy. It's always working. This is kind of what you want to see at the casino. You absolutely want to see this. So there's a 10. So maybe I should have had some action in there. I put 15 in. And there's a 6. So we didn't make it there. But we'll collect some money there. There's a 9. So I didn't make anything. Maybe we'll put 15 again back in the field. That was a nice, we get a double. So we're going to get paid 30. Push up to 20, rack the green. So now we've got 20 on there. And we've got a 9, so it's going to pay 20 as well. So let's put 10 on it and rack 10. And we've got a 10. So there we go. And rack all that. Maybe put another 10 on it. Why not? And there's our 7. So I think we milked that run. course, we could have taken things back down, but we left the money on the table. So let's see where we ended up. All right, that's 100. Just to be clear, nothing fits in there, so that's 100. So I'll throw that onto the table. 3 ones. Let's see what we've got here. Right, that's 3 blacks as well. Alright, so we ended up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So 500, 1,000, 1,300, and $3. So 1,303. We take out our original 600. Alright, that's what we're left with. We're left with $703. So that's not a bad outcome. It's our bankroll. We've made our bankroll on one good run. So I'm not saying that you can't have bad runs. You'll absolutely have bad runs where you'll just get 777s and you'll deplete your bankroll steadily. You'll definitely, because you're putting 130 roughly, then you're adding in $2, sorry, that you do. So 130 plus 2 is 129, I should say, plus 2. And then you add 15 to press up to the next level. So you know you're in the hand for around $145, $147, somewhere around there. So you know you can get a run where you get all the way to that last level and then 7 out, and you get all the way and then you don't get the hit. That can certainly happen, but I think there's a reasonable chance you're going to make profit. You know, most times that I've actually been playing and practiced this, it just seems to generate income. So, yeah, that's it. It's chalked up another win for that one. And again, I had no idea how this was going to go, but there we have it. It's generated significant profit, more than 100% of our bankroll, without a sweat, just getting one good roll. And that's all you need. Yes, we used a technique I didn't show in the last one. I regressed my bets down. Sure, that cost us potentially 3 rolls of profit, so $300. That did actually cost us $315, I guess you'd say, you know, by going back down. But I still think it's a sound play to do that because, you know, we had a lot at risk. We had at that particular point, we pushed them up, but we weren't getting a hit. So I thought, okay, we've given enough chance. Let's take ourselves back down. We built ourselves up again in 2 hits. And then we collected a few more chips. So overall, I think it was a reasonable play. And certainly what we took off the table was 120 plus 120 is 240. And this one was 100, that's 340. We would have only made 315 by leaving those 3 hits that we got. But if we stayed up for the additional couple of hits that we got beyond that, then sure, we would have been getting hits at a higher level. But there you go, it swings and roundabouts. I still think, you know, being conservative by locking in your wins is a great way to you know, get it back in your bankroll. You know, recover your bankroll, and then and that's the thing. You're going, oh, what if it keeps going longer? The point is, if it keeps going longer, regressing down and then coming back up, you're still going to be on the play. You know, you're still going to be making money. So, and if it doesn't go longer, then you've done the right thing. You've taken your money off the table and it's locked up in your rack. So that's my kind of thinking there. Yeah, it's good to regress at certain points and lock up the profit. So thanks for watching. Look forward to your comments, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.